I'm really kind of privileged to be here because it's been 2 years ago and I saw the founders pitching Better Stack in Silicon Valley at a startup incubator, and I had so much trust in the project and the program, so that I would never dream that they would invite me to stage 2 years after. So thank you very much. For those who don't know me, I am techno-optimist. Okay, my name is Michal, and I'm a techno-optimist, and I'm trying to work on it. Okay. So I've got my routine every morning. I read AI stuff. I'm learning about what is kind of new and great in the space of artificial intelligence. I'm trying to figure out what are the threats where AI can harm the society. I'm building systems that protect people against future possible threats of AI. But I cannot help myself. I still am a techno-optimist, and I really believe that a progress of technology and smarts of young people and creativity will create a better world, and I do not believe in anything that would be limiting progress of AI. I'm an AI researcher. I've been in the space of AI for the last 25 years. Currently, I'm running technology at Gen Digital, which is the biggest consumer cybersecurity firm, and I'm focused on protecting people against negative aspects of AI. So even though I'm a techno-optimist, I really am aware and acknowledge that things can go wrong. What can go wrong? Many things can go wrong. Jobs can go wrong. So are there any truck drivers in the audience? Okay, no truck drivers. 5 years ago, we thought that by now there'll be no truck drivers because this job will go away because all the trucks will be cruising continents self-driving. Didn't happen. It's kind of more difficult than we thought, right? So it's hard engineering work to get this happen. Lots of regulation, lots of kind of safety checks, and it's expensive. Okay, so you're gonna need to have new cars, new trucks. There is 40 million truck drivers around the world, okay? And the cost of truck moving across the countries within the continents is $250 million, okay? So the total addressable market for saving on truck drivers is some percentage of $250 million, okay? So are there any developers in the audience? Okay, so there are developers. You know how many developers there is around the world? Around how much? Yeah, I would say between 20 and 40. So kind of give or take a similar number as truck drivers, okay? So I'm hearing predictions, okay? I'm hearing predictions that AI is here and will be automating your jobs. You know what is a total addressable market for developers? How much people spend on software, on developing software every single year? It's $1 trillion, okay? It's 4 times as much as transporting cargo. The thing is, you don't need to build a new truck, okay? You just would be kind of paying $1 a day for a co-pilot, and $1 a day for a co-pilot can help you to cut costs in software development, okay? So I really believe that the automation in writing software will come much earlier than people removing truck drivers, okay? The good news is that while we know how much cargo we need to transport from a city to a city across the globe, it's a finite number, it can be calculated. We actually don't know how much of code we need to write. Okay, and we don't know how much more code that needs to be written after the code is going to be written, right? So I say always to people who are worried about AI taking their jobs, always respond, don't worry about AI taking your job, worry about a person with AI who uses AI better than you will take your job. This is definitely true for developers. This is not true for truck drivers, okay? I've got just one slide, okay? This is my slide, okay? I'll be brief with the slide. I just wanted to carry the message and tell you what I think as a technologist, not as a storyteller, but as a technologist, what are the true AI threats that you as technologists should know about and think about, okay? And even though kind of people speak about AI alignment problem, kind of studying whether kind of AI machines will continue to be aligned with what the developers wanted them to do. And people also are worried about AI bias, that the way how AI systems are trained may include bias. I think that there are four important things. Number one, it's AI weaponization. Bad people, bad actors using AI to cause more harm. I'm a cybersecurity person. I've been in cybersecurity for many years. Gen is a cybersecurity company. I know for a fact that attackers are using the latest and the finest AI to be more effective, to make more harm, to make the attacks more lethal. They are using a generative AI to scan vulnerabilities and to find new vulnerabilities that they can target. They are using a Gen AI to obfuscate attacks. That attacks are harder to detect by the detecting cybersecurity machinery. Attackers are using a game theory to make A/B tests of the malware that they deploy. So there's a lot of AI gizmo going on the side of the attackers. Attackers are getting much more successful. So this is a true danger. What do we need to do? We need to be able to build ever better AI on the defender stack, because there is no way how you can outsmart attacking AI by more people, right? So you guys are engineers, so you can do the math, right? So you need to continue, or not you, me, us, defenders, need to continue investing in AI research and AI development for protecting citizens and users against AI-powered cyber threats. So this is the first big problem. The second big problem is exploitation, attackers exploiting new vulnerabilities, okay? So you are developers, you know how to write code, but you've got no idea how code was written in 1995, okay? Just can't remember. I can. My daughter, she is doing mathematics and she struggled with programming, and she was waiting to finish her bachelor after the copilots will be kind of good enough. I told her when I was kind of writing my thesis, internet wasn't kind of working, right? So I didn't have an internet to kind of check how the code should look like. They use copilots for their thesis these days. In 1995, there was a vendor who was offering people an operating system. The vendor was called Microsoft, and the system was Windows 95. It didn't work, happens, it's okay, but it's full of vulnerabilities, okay? And it changed the way how people thought about cybersecurity. This software event on the globe created new vulnerabilities, new kind of holes in systems that we didn't know about, and attackers attacked. Then came internet and web-based applications and cloud and SaaS, all these events, and every software event created a new kind of bag of vulnerabilities that the defenders needed to worry about. Trust me, use of AI for writing code is a much bigger change in software industry compared to all those changes that I listed, okay? First, because copilots are also genetic vulnerabilities as much as people, okay? So there have been tests in labs where they say that copilots are 40% safer than people in creating vulnerabilities and errors in the code. Is this assuring? It's not, right? It's not that Copilot is only 40% better than people, because the speed and the amount of code that will be written in automation will get 10x more dangerous than the code that people are writing, because there'll be more vulnerabilities. Second, there are vulnerabilities that we don't understand, okay? Because kind of people are connecting feeds and services and AI systems. Not every AI system is fully explainable. Some hallucinates, right? So there's this kind of space of unknown, and this space of unknown is a fantastic opportunity for the attackers to find vulnerabilities and to misuse them. So this is the second big AI threat, which is that the software is written in different ways than it was written 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, last year. The third threat that I worry about is attackers attacking AI systems. Okay, this is happening. So AI systems, as I've suggested, are a big component in the software stack on many things that exist on the world that are driving our society, that are providing us with services, that are serving us a content, that take care about our entertainment. And attackers really like attacking those AI systems by poisoning training data, by manipulating prompts, by injecting adversarial prompts, by poisoning data for fine-tuning, by poisoning the parameters of the data that are sending over to the AI systems. Mitra, which is a big American cybersecurity contractor, they created a taxonomy called Atlas that lists all the known attacks on the AI systems. And this is a new threat, okay? So AI systems are not resilient enough against the attackers. AI systems are getting a backbone of the infrastructure, and we need to figure out better ways how to protect our AI systems. So, and the last but not least, actually the last, and really last, is a AI weaponization, kind of misuse of AI by attackers, but not for the classical attacker-to-machine attacks, okay? So kind of cybersecurity is that the attackers are deploying some campaigns where they're attacking your devices, your hard drives, your phones, your watch, your stuff, right? This is old school. It's not interesting these days. Most interesting these days is attacking people's mind, because the majority of the attackers include people as a supply chain component, okay? So we in Gen, formerly Avast, we see more than 500 million devices connected to the internet, and we see what is happening there. And there, 85% of all the threats are human-directed attacks, cognitive attacks, scam, fraud, social engineering, okay? No malware. Malware is only 15%. It's not so much. 85% is human-centered attacks. Laymen call those scam. So there's a scam pandemic. I got some numbers for you. They're outside of my slide. Yeah, here are the numbers. So did you know that there is 2.6 million fraud reported, okay, around the world? Actually, not around the world, in the US. This is FTC. This is FTC data, okay? So it's only in the US. In the US, 2.7 million fraud cases reported in 2023, 10 billion of reported loss, okay? So imagine, how many people would report loss, okay? Not everybody. So, and those who report it, it's 10 billion. And the average damage is $500, okay? That's quite a lot. So we know for a fact that the likelihood of reporting is dropping with the age. So younger people are more willing to report. Older people don't report, while the damage is exponentially growing with the age. So kind of younger people kind of do not pay that much, while older people pay a lot. So it is unfair. So we know that there is a 2.7 billion of loss is reported through social media initiated attacks. The second 2.8 is from the WhatsApp and communication apps. So social media are by far the most prevalent source of scam attacks. So the most known scam attacks are the romance attacks, investment scams, shopping scam, extortion scam, employment scam, unexpected money scams, package delivery scams. So this is happening. So the old school in scam is to be able to detect or to scan a file, check whether there is something that triggers a scam. It's old school. Now the scams are kind of hidden in URLs. So every security vendor can detect, analyze the URL scams. What's more interesting is to find scam in text. Okay, so now we use generative AI to be able to train models that detect a scammy text. Okay, this is very important. We are building capability to detect scam in video. Okay, so there's this deepfakes pandemics. How do we build technology that would protect people against scam and fraud in video? Even more lethal is scam and fraud in voice. those cases where people are calling their parents and asking for ransom, and these are scams. So you've heard about those. What is actually, I told you, it's text, it's the URL, it's voice, it's video. You know what is even more difficult mode where scams are hidden? What's even more difficult mode of delivery of scam, where scams are present, and it's difficult for the detectors, for the defenders to find out? It's a conversation, okay? Longer lasting conversation. There is a pandemic of what we call a pig butchering scams, where the scam operation lasts for months. There are scam factories in third world countries where the scammers are paying people, or sometimes even not paying people, because people have been, there is 200,000 people who were kidnapped to work in the scam factories. And they're running a long-lasting attacks through which they are trying to establish a relationship with the victim and hit a couple of months after, okay? This is nicely automated. You don't need scam factories for this. There is a massive automation in the scam factories in the Philippines. It's almost impossible to find this because no detector can be built that would be reading the conversation that last month, right? It is computationally a very hard problem. So this is, I would conclude with a good news that for protecting people against scam, Avast Gen Digital rolled out a product which is called Norton Genie. And this is a Gen AI-enabled scam detector that you can download to your iPhone or to your Android phone. And through a conversation, it will check any cognitive content that you see on your phone and will explain to you whether the content is scammy or not. It was the product placement, but the Genie is free, and Gen Digital is not planning to charge for Genie even in the future. So thank you guys for giving me the opportunity. I wish you good luck with success. I wish you good luck and lots of success, and I hope that you will be a next unicorn. And if you will become, please invite me again, and I will deliver a speech with slides. Thank you.